our life depends on faith. We do not go a day without faith. When we set our alarm clocks at night, we have faith that they will not break down overnight and we won't be late to work or school. When we send our kids off to school, we have faith that the teachers will act professionally and the school system will provide a good and nurturing education. When we vote for a politician, we have faith that they will not be corrupt, that they will not lie during the campaign, and that they will not forget that they are the servants of the people and not the other way around. When we cross the street, we have faith that the drivers will let us pass. In other words, daily we express faith in other people or things. And here's the thing about faith. It's something we express, it's something we have to do, but it depends on the reaction and or behavior of someone or something else that we have faith in. So faith is not one-sided, it's reciprocal. I believe that the teachers will provide necessary education for my children, while the teachers believe that I will reinforce my children's knowledge at home by doing homework with them, or at the very least provide a space for further growth. Daily we act on faith and trust. If we desired assurances before every decision we made, then we would never get anywhere. That's why we act on faith without real assurances. In today's gospel lesson, we heard about acts of faith of one particular woman. She was suffering from hemorrhages for 12 years. She was suffering for a very long time. It says that she put her trust, her faith into doctors, into physicians. In fact, we are told she spent all her money on doctors, yet no one could help her. If she were looking for assurances of her healing before putting her trust into the doctors, she would have never gotten anywhere. The doctors could not help her, not because they were bad doctors, but because she was really sick. Still, she showed faith in them, even as one after another they failed her. People who were visibly sick like her, people bleeding or with all sorts of skin diseases, they were shunned by the society. In fact, they were exiled outside the city walls, and they were forced to live alone in the wilderness, and in most cases die alone as well. This was done for a very good reason. Cities had to guard against contagion, which, if it happened, would be unstoppable those days. So this woman lived in such exile. She was not allowed to appear in public places or come in contact with anyone. She would have faced execution if she were caught. Yet she showed faith and courage by showing up in the crowd that was pressing and pushing in on the Lord in hopes of getting close to the Lord. She had no assurances that she would be caught, that she would not be caught. She had no assurances showing up there that she would not be caught. She had no assurances that she would get close enough to the Lord, or that he would even be able to help her. She acted in faith. She believed. She trusted that she will find healing or die trying. When she got close enough to the Lord, she had a few choices of action. She could tell him who she is and what she is doing there, or not do anything. If she revealed everything right away, the crowd very likely would have thrown her out. So instead, in faith, that Jesus is the one who can help her, even through his clothing, she touched the edge of his garment. She did not approach him. All she had faith in, that even through his clothing, he would be able to help her. Again, she ran through all of this with no assurances that it will work, but faith alone. When the woman was healed, when Christ asked who touched him, she acted in faith again, in faith that the crowd will not throw her out, because she was truly healed. So she came forward trembling and declared in the presence of the whole crowd why she was there, and why she touched the Lord, and what happened to her. In response, Christ affirmed that her faith made her well. But the question is, which exact instance of her faith made her well? Is it when she trusted the doctors? Or maybe when she had courage to show up in a crowd? Or was her faith expressed in touching the garment of Christ? When he said, "Your faith made you well," he meant all of these instances, because without one there would not be others. So every instance of faith she showed in her life. Christ said, "They made you well." As I said earlier, faith is reciprocal. The woman acted on her faith, and Jesus healed her because of her faith. It takes faith and courage for us to come before God. And in a way, foolishness as well, because standing face to face with God has always been the most dangerous thing a human being can do. Yet, we come to Him, we face Him in faith and courage. It might not always make sense to us or to those around us. We have no specific assurances of anything, yet we come to Him. We come and we believe and we act in faith, because faith is reciprocal. Even though we have no assurances, we do have promises made by Christ. For example, He promised to forgive us as we forgive others, as if we are ready to acknowledge our wrongdoing and work towards improving. He also promised that those who believe in Him will also do the works that He does. Those who believe in Him will do the same works He does, and even greater works, He says. And He promised to be with us always. When we act on faith, we have no idea where it will take us. We can't be sure because it depends on how someone or something reacts to our faith. The woman had no idea how the crowd or Christ would react to her being among them. But in her example, we know for sure how Christ reacts to our faith. We have no assurances from no one and nothing else. But with Christ, we do have assurances of our faith. God always reacts to the faithfulness with His. God always reacts to our faithfulness with His own faithfulness. And may we also one day hear the words that the woman heard, "Your faith made you well."